Good morning, Central Pennsylvania. Rebecca Foote here with the Rebecca Foote Mortgage Team. It's been a while since we've done a live update, but I wanted to make sure I got out there with some news that I just saw that came out this morning, some headlines, and I want to show you what it means and how it can affect home buyers today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and take this off. Okay, look. This came out today, this morning, right here, November 14th at 8 a.m. This came from Redfin, and it says Redfin reports more than 1/3 of home sellers are giving sellers concessions to buyers. What is a seller's concession? That means that the seller is paying for some of the buyer's closing costs. So they might be paying for their actual fees. They may be helping them buy points to buy down the interest rate. They may be doing a temporary buy down. I'm going to explain all that in a minute. But the point is the seller is not getting full price, or if they are getting full price, they're giving some concessions. Now, of course, the buyer may go in over asking price and asking for those concessions. But the point is that sellers are giving concessions. I will tell you, 4 of the last 5 contracts that we had come in this month had seller's assistance on it. So the market is definitely changing. It's not the seller's market that it used to be. This is something that is very big going on right now. And I've had some people tell me, oh, you can't get seller's concessions in this market. It's not the right market for it. And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. Right here's proof of it from Redfin. And like I said, 4 of our past 5 contracts right here in November have come in with seller's help on them. So it is definitely available that you can get. So please, please, please make sure you're asking for it. If you're not asking for it, you're not going to get it. The worst they can do is say no. You can always counter offer again. But, the day the house gets listed on the market, are you going to get 3% seller's assistance? Probably not. But, maybe it's been on for 4 or 5 days or a week, because guess what? That is happening. Houses are not being sold the day they're listing. Some are, but not all of them. So the market's definitely changed. Make sure that you're working with us. We're helping you come up with this strategy because we want to make the homes more affordable for you, because affordability is the number one issue when it comes to buyers right now, because interest rates have climbed so much that buyers are saying, I can't afford these monthly payments. So let's keep going down that route. I'm going to show you some numbers here. And it was actually Barbara Coughlin that came out saying that for every 1% that rates drop, it's going to bring in 5 million new home buyers back into the market. So keep that number in mind. People are saying, I'm waiting for these rates to drop, and I understand that. But rates drop, it's going to bring more buyers into the market, and you're no longer going to be able to get those sellers' concessions. You're going to be back to bidding wars and paying over asking price, paying more than the house is even valued at in a lot of cases. So when those rates drop, it's going to be a very different market. So these aren't necessarily today's rates. I do want to preface that, but I'm just going to show you some examples right now. So if you were buying a $300,000 house, putting 5% down, let's just say the rate was at 7.625 with 0 points. That's going to give you a monthly payment of $26.07. We're just going to round up. So this is where we're going to say to you, hey, offer them their $300,000 and let's ask for 3% back in seller's assistance that we can use to buy down the rate. And you can do a permanent rate buy down. If we take all that seller's assistance and put it to buying points to buy down that interest rate, you could cut a whole 1% off of the interest rate. And look what that does to your payment. It saves you $219 a month compared to where it was actually at. Now, here's the next part of it. You don't have to put it all towards a full permanent rate buy down. You can do a hybrid, which is half of a permanent rate buy down and half of a temporary buy down. So let me show you how that works. A temporary buy down is when you, I get this one over here, is when you lock in your interest rate. Like let's say you paid 1 point, we bought the rate down to 7.25, and then we did a 2-1 buy down. Now that means year 1, you're going to get 2% off of the, where's my mouse? Here it is. 2% off of the interest rate. So you're going to pay 5.25%. So while the rate is locked in at 7.25, year one, you're only paying 5.25. So the monthly payment is always $19.44 for principal and interest. You as the buyer are going to pay $15.73, and then the buy down is $370 a month. So at settlement, we're going to put money into an escrow account that is funded by the seller using that seller's concession. So in this case, we're going to take $6,700 and put it in that escrow account. And then every month we're going to pull from that to help pay the mortgage payment. So you're paying the $15.73. We're taking $370 out of that escrow account to make your full payment. Year two, your interest rate is going to go to 6.25. So now it's a 1% buy down. Monthly payment's still the same. Now you're paying $17.54. And we're taking $189 out of that escrow account to pay that full monthly payment. So it's easing you into paying the full monthly payment of $19.44. So in year three, if you do nothing, your payment just goes to $19.44. Same loan you locked in at least you know the interest rate is not going to go above that 7.25%. But what happens after year one if interest rates drop to 5.5%? Can you refinance? Absolutely. What happens to the money in your escrow account? It is not lost. It's either going to be credited back towards your principal, your payoff amount, which is the most likely option. So that way you're not actually losing any of that money. Okay. So there's no loss in doing a temporary buy down if you end up having to refi early. So that scenario, if you look at it, now those numbers did not have taxes and insurance, and these do. Still $300,000. Year one, you're at 5.25. Look at that payment, $21.63. Now that's definitely helping to ease you into that total payment. Now here's the thing. I hear you. You're saying, you know what, Rebecca, I'm going to wait. I want 5.5% interest. That's what I want. And I'm going to say, okay, so you want 5.5% interest. But here's the problem. Remember how I said all those home buyers are coming back into the market if you wait for rates to come down. So now that house that was $300,000 now might cost you $375,000. And look at that payment. That payment is actually higher than that house today with no points. So it just goes to show you waiting for those rates to come down is not necessarily saving you anything. Would you rather pay $27,000 in interest on option number one here with $300,000, 7.625, no points, be able to rework your mortgage when interest rates do fall, be able to get the house you want under contract, and be able to ride that home appreciation up? Because yes, homes are still appreciating right now. They're still increasing in value every single month. And if you own the home now, you're going to be able to capture in on that. Or would you rather wait and pay an additional $75,000 for the house? I don't know about you, but I rather owe $75,000 less on that house and get it under contract right now and be able to, have a lower monthly payment. So again, this is just showing you how people are getting houses under contract right now. They are getting seller's assistance and how we can use that to help make those homes more affordable. If you have any questions on this, you want us to run some strategies for you, some numbers for you, and come up with the best offers for you to be able to make these homes more affordable, we're doing it every day. We can give you an example just like the one you just saw, so you can see how all the numbers fall. We're happy to do that. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us, DM us, leave a comment. We are here to help you. So, all right, have a great rest of your day.